white attribute or a black attribute. I think this is a human being, success, flourishing attribute. I cannot believe...
Hey there. Today we'll be watching another part of the top 10 Charlie Kirk moments. Let's check out some of the most amazing moments of this activist. Here we see Charlie shutting down Leslie after she made remarks on racism.
Look at all of the information there in that museum regarding this, and you look at it within context, and you look at its entirety and not just pieces of it. I don't find it racist. I find it reality.
Charlie, so is the context of what is being presented here important?
Well, look, Leslie, I have to be honest. I always consider to be very reasonable. Not anymore after what you just said. I mean, for you to try to say that what is being presented here should be attributed to any sort of racial group is incredibly racist. I let you finish. I let you finish your nonsense. Let me finish my facts because if we even entertain this incredibly pernicious idea that hard work, the family, the scientific method, going to church and doing the right thing is an attribute of a skin color, then you are the racist. Okay? You're the one that is trying to advance racial division. I believe in the American ethos. E pluribus unum, out of many one. I don't think this is a white attribute or a black attribute. I think this is a human being, success, flourishing attribute. I cannot believe that someone would defend something like this.
Charlie shuts this anarchist down in the right way.
Okay, as a libertarian socialist, right, as you would know, workers controlling the means of production, right, that's just like an economic thing. I don't believe in big government, right? I believe no government.
No government. So you're an anarchist?
Yes. I believe in voluntary hierarchy and democracy.
Okay, so, wow. But let me ask you a question in all seriousness. No, here's the question. Here's a serious question, though. What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do, get off the grid and just go live like that right now?
Well, the Amish are religiously excluded.
No, forget the religious component. But the Amish are a great example.
It's incredibly difficult to just pick up everything that you have, leave, and go into...
So you want to tell me how to live?
No, I'm not telling you how to live.
No. You are, because you're arguing for a governmental structure.
A lack of one, rather.
So even a lack of a governmental structure will then make me live the way you want me to live. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
However you want. What I'm saying is that
so you're okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
What I'm saying is that the society that I currently live in...
Answer the question.
I'm forced to... Wait, what?
You're okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
I'm not okay with you having them as if you are not using them.
Oh, not you. So all of a sudden you're now telling me how to live my life. I'm never going to tell you how to live your life, my friend. Why are you telling me how to live?
Another amazing moment where he shuts someone down. The crowd went absolutely mental.
So, Charlie, I have a question for you. You've talked about the liberal bias in academia.
Yes.
What are the incentives behind that? Like, why did, in your perspective, why did that come to be?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, and it's undeniable that professors are tilted far to the left. An independent study showed that professors 12-to-1 are registered Democrat versus Republican.
Why? Is it because they don't have jobs at Goldman Sachs? Maybe get the Goldman Sachs
again, let me finish it.
Well,
no, it's actually so if you insult conservatives, I'll insult liberals. It's because conservatives are more likely to go make a bunch of money and liberals aren't. So you want to get to there, we'll say that.
I think,
yeah,
let me
singular. Conservatives are more likely to endow their professorships. Conservatives are more likely to have their names on the buildings. Conservatives are more likely to create the jobs
answer the question,
on
Charlie.
campus. Exactly. So you want to throw it, you got it.
Honestly, the words speak for themselves. This man is amazing.
Complacent because we've been the predominant religion and the predominant viewpoint over the last 50 or 60 years in America, especially post-World War II order. That's changing.
Yeah.
Leftism and atheism are the top viewpoints and religions in America.
You are talking about this upcoming election. That's what you're describing. A massive collision.
A cataclysmic collision.
Like never before in our nation.
And if the Christian worldview, which is one of a vertical relationship with a creator, natural rights, if we lose, all of a sudden we're going to have not impartial judges, we're going to have activist judges. We're going to have more funding going towards abortion. We are going to have continual open
borders, but Second Amendment removed. So you can't protect yourself, you'll be a citizen.
You can go through the entire litany. And look, Christianity has withstood unbelievable opposition.
I am sure they want that, Charlie. Tell those Trump haters what's up.
Okay, so look at the full statement of what he said. He could have done this better, but if you look at the full transcript, he said, there are good people on both sides who support the statue, but the Nazis and the white supremacists are the filth of the earth and disgusting. You guys ever see that full clip? Instead, if you actually look, and listen, my friend will tell you, if you look, he said the statue, and there are good people that support Robert E. Lee. White supremacists, white nationalism, ethno-nationalism, Richard Spencer's, those people are disgusting. They're the filth of the earth. I want nothing to do with those people. I'm not one of those people. I'm just not. And the president isn't either. If he really was this horrendous racist that everyone says he is, why did he sign prison reform that specifically is now helping liberate black Americans in prison?
Because Kim Kardashian showed up.
Hold on a second. So he did nothing for celebrity pandering? So if celebrity pandering equals good policy, then God bless celebrity pandering, I guess, right? I mean, Donald Trump signed a tax bill that has now redirected billions of dollars of private investment to black communities in the inner cities. And you could think that he's indelible, not that. When you start to use these words, they start to mean nothing. All of a sudden, you just label it as everyone. All of a sudden, hatred becomes just a pejorative. You start to label on everyone. I'm really afraid, as a country, we're starting to cheapen real hatred. We're starting to cheapen real racism. That really bothers me. And you know who wants that?
These activists did not know what was coming for them.
Makes America great.
An example of Trump's evil, hateful rhetoric.
Oh, rapists, murderers, drug dealers. Using words.
But there are rapists, murderers, and drug dealers crossing the southern border.
That's right. Oh.
Hildebrand says we should abolish ICE.
If that's what it takes to get things organized properly, that would be appropriate.
Well, there is a wall, sir.
I've done it myself.
There's two things here. There is a wall, and you can walk back and forth.
You would welcome MS-13 members?
I would welcome everyone in this.
No fear. How about ISIS?
Everyone is welcome here.
Charlie, remarkable because this abortion argument went in the right direction. You can tell she is questioning herself while talking.
Do you want more people or less people in the world?
Probably less. I think there's too many. We can't feed them. We can't house them.
You want less human beings?
Yes.
You understand that's a eugenics argument?
No, I'm not trying to pick out which particular people we should get rid of. I'm just saying the population has skyrocketed in the past, 100 years?
Thank goodness more human beings are able to live longer. I think life's a beautiful thing.
That's great, but we're killing the planet, and we're killing each other.
So you would put hierarchy planet over babies? Like trees over babies?
No.
I'm just asking because you say that more human beings has contributed to
I mean, I don't think we should be actively trying to create more people on purpose for the point of having more humans.
That's kind of what human beings do, though.
Right. But not everybody's like, yeah, I need to pump out more kids just so we have more humans.
Do you know 99% of abortions, more or less, are because of convenience, because people just don't want to have the child?
These anti-Americans got triggered so easily.
The government has the power to shut down business, to audit people they disagree with.
In the United States, it's right now pharmaceutical lobbyists who have...
No, I totally agree. You have nothing but agreement with me on that.
Exactly. So, how can you say that? That's the farm health, that's also the corporation.
I'm not defending that system, but you want to talk about excellence? We have the most amount of patents in the world that eradicate disease, that improve people's standard of living. It could be vastly... No, because it's a standard, because patents in general, that the entire Western world has not been able to duplicate or replicate.
Wouldn't you say that because the patent structure right now is terrible, and yes, we've had amazing patents.
It could be vastly improved.
Right.
I'm not defending the patent system, I'm defending the ingenuity that's embedded in the American spirit.
If the patent system had been different, say 20, 30 years ago, we'd have even more.
Totally, yes, absolutely. So America's the greatest country ever to exist, but it could be even better. We're not a perfect country. But I'm gonna say it louder. America is the greatest country ever to exist. Prove me wrong.
Nagasaki, Fallujah, Syria.
Great does not mean perfect. Wait, how about World War II, pushing back the Nazis, Normandy Beach, reclaiming Berlin? The very end? You mean when over 300,000 Americans died in the European theater and you're trying to diminish the sacrifice of the boys of Iowa?
He was so calm. That's what makes him great. He knows exactly how to respond to a situation.
The election this past November and the 2016 presidential election, are you seeing trends among college students going forward with voting on if they're going to vote conservative in this 2020 election, or are you going to see a liberal turnout for them?
Charlie?
So the Democrats did a little bit better with younger voters in the 2018 midterms, but they did not do as well as they thought they would do, and they did not do well enough to win states like Ohio and Florida. You see states like New York and California where younger voters are becoming more and more radical, where they consider Nancy Pelosi to be a moderate, which is kind of horrifying to think about. You're going to see more of those Ocasio-Cortez type candidates, but you look at Florida, you look at now Governor-elect Ron DeSantis, what he was able to do there. It's absolutely amazing to energize radicalize younger voters and even African American female voters in a way that really defied conventional norms.
Well, I think Charlie could not have said that better.
From liberalism, let's say. What tips it over from liberalism to socialism?
If I could answer it, I mean, we're forgetting the atrocities of the Cold War.
Fair point. That's absolutely.
During the Cold War, we saw all of your horrific ideas implemented in over 100 countries over 40 years, and every continent. From Zimbabwe, we screwed that up. From Afghanistan to India to Bulgaria, Eastern Europe, the Korean Peninsula, Cuba, Venezuela, Argentina. I could go on indefinitely. Your ideas ravaged cultures, communities, civilizations. 100 million people died because of the idea that ideas you profess. Nevertheless, we forget that. We have short memories. And unfortunately, it's very easy to be generous with other people's money. And it's easy to want to promise stuff that you're never going to be able to fulfill, but you get power when you do that. See, it's easy to get elected promising stuff. Very easy. It's hard to get elected when we're trying to promise.
Well guys, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then you know what to do with those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on Political Trends.